All right, so we're in here and pulled out the old oil filter. This car had 130,000 miles. It looks like somebody did change this at some point. This is not the original filter with the gate. So maybe it was done at 40 or 80. I don't know if it was done recently because it came out. There's a bunch of like black dust that kind of flew out with it. And the oil does look not too dark actually. So maybe it was done fairly recently, but it's probably still due nonetheless. We're gonna suck out the oil from there and then drop the oil from the bottom. So as you see, I had to take out the battery, and to remove that, there's a 13 mil on a little tray thing, and then a bunch of 27 mils. There's one here, one in the back of the back tray, and one in the front, and that'll take that out. Otherwise, you just have to take out the intake just like you normally do. The rubber looks old.
That's the Audi. But this guy has a man, if you love it. He have those Mazda Sport, Mazda Le Coupe, one door.
No, the little one.
You have like 5, 6.
That's awesome.
There is one outside, only you make it, maybe he race.
That's cool. Yeah, but I wish I fit. They're too small.
Yeah, too small.
Too small.
He's a small guy.
You feel like this inside to drive it? They made one like for big people, like a little car would be fun.
Yeah, if they have something, there is a tube to cover it. But still, this one.
It's eventually going to be another problem.
Yeah. And maybe the other one the same.
Oh no. We're looking under the car. We've got the car level on 4 jack stands. I've got a backup jack in the front on the control arm, and I got a backup jack in the rear also on that control arm. And I'm gonna, so this is the drain plug for the DSG transmission. It's on the driver's side but towards the center of the car, and it's also the fill plug. And I'm just gonna get in here with a pick to make sure it's, I can get the hex in there, no problem. Supposed to be a 14 millimeter hex. Make sure it's in there pretty good there. And now I have to put you down for a second. Okay, I cracked it, no problem. And doesn't look like much now because there's a separate inside another filler plug that I have to remove. I'm gonna let this kind of pour out first, and then I'm gonna remove that one with the hex 8. I couldn't get the 8 mil all the way out yet. I'm still trying to get it out, but it started pouring out, so I'm just gonna let it drip and then try to put it again and then let it drip. That's basically what's been happening. I'm almost got it out. I can see it almost flush there. See that it's almost flush with the hole. It just starts pouring again. This is a very messy process. All right, there we go. Extremely messy process. It's so loose in there, you actually don't even need to use a socket. It's just kind of unthreaded. It's only supposed to go hand tight because it's plastic. I wish FTP would send you a replacement one, because it is plastic, but whatever. They don't, so we're gonna use it. Alright, back under here, I gotta stop messing around. I got the ATF 106, which is the DSG adapter on here that came with the kit. Just gonna lightly snug this up here. I can always get it off. So I've got top of the pump connected to my air tank. I have to fill up that with fluid, and then this will connect to that connector under there and hopefully just start pumping it up. Okay, this thing is magic. I've connected pressure to it. Okay, it's pushing the fluid in there. You can hit it with a little more pressure to push it. Make sure your valve's open at the connection, and make sure doing the right here dispense just towards the bottom. And then we're gonna increase pressure here. I'm running out of pressure in my tank because I messed around and did some stuff. I have to go plug my tank in. So the car's freaking out because I have it in drive on stands. You see the wheels are spinning. Now be careful when it's spinning. Don't just throw it into park because you'll mess up your transmission, but you do want to try to get in through the gears here. And we'll slowly apply the brake until they stop, and then it automatically freaks out and puts the parking brake. But the transmission temperature is up now. I checked it with LBD 11. It's about 48 degrees Celsius. It's ready. All right, temperature's warmed up. Let's get under here and take that off. It's leaking a little bit because I didn't really tighten it. That's one thing. Now let's put this under here. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack it. If it leaks more, then it's full. If it's dry, I need to fill it again. All right, we're under here. We're gonna do the front differential. So I'll show you what I got going on here. That's where the fill plug is. It's all the way up there on the passenger side. So you'll see where that is. That's the fill plug. I used a ball head hex sock, hex 5, and that's the drain plug. So I got the fill plug cracked and it's now coming out, but I don't want to lose it. So I've got a magnet that I'm gonna basically use to catch the screw as I'm pulling it out. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck on other stuff. So I'm gonna put it down. I didn't need the magnet. The hex was stuck inside, so didn't need the magnet. Yeah. Stuck inside. But it's beautiful because you can get it from all these different angles. Let's get it right on for that. Just because I don't want to get this dirty, I'm going to pop this aside here. Let her loose. Make sure you get that washer. Why do I always miss? So, same deal as the Atlas. There is the differential. We're looking at the front of the car there. The differential drain plug is here, and the fill plug is up there. Now, don't confuse that with your Haldex fluids, because it's on the other side. The drain plug for the Haldex is that guy over there, and then the fill plug is up further over yonder. Now, I hope that isn't the fill plug for the diff, and that's the fill plug for the Haldex. Double check. Do not make this mistake. This is the drain for the differential. and this is the fill for the differential. If you're looking over here and you think, oh, look at that, it's right there, that's easy. No, that's the Haldex fill. So I cracked that and then drained the differential and then realized, oh, wait a minute, that's actually the fill for the differential. So I'm glad I was able to get that out, no problem. Make sure you put your socket in there and then hammer it on good, because mine was really rusted and it wouldn't go in all the way, but when I hammered it on, it went in and then cracked open just fine. So crisis averted, and we'll fill with the proper fluid in the proper places. That's going to be for the Haldex. We'll drain that in a second. So initial thoughts after doing all the fluids. The transmission shifts smoother, that's for sure. The car just kind of rolls nicely. It's nice. The little drumming sound that I was getting on highway speeds, it seems to have quieted down a slight bit. I don't exactly know if it's gone entirely. That could just be like a control arm issue too. Combination of which, I did find out that my rear left shock is leaking, so I'm gonna need to replace those. But everything else looks great underneath. There appeared to have been at some point a coolant leak, because underneath the front of the oil pan it was just all orangey gook. So that's right underneath the water pump. So either the water pump is currently leaking, which I didn't see, or it leaked and then he changed it, and then I have a pretty recent water pump. So that'd be ideal. Ideal. I hope that's the case. So far I don't see any leaks, and my coolant isn't disappearing, so that's the other thing. And I've been driving this now. I've put a couple thousand miles on it now, almost 2,000 miles. But so far so great. And yeah, thanks for watching. Never mind, we're still getting